episode of Baking Alternatives from an Amateur Chef. Today I'm making gluten-free ice cream sandwiches. You know, like the old-fashioned from your childhood, chocolate wafery crust with a nice vanilla ice cream inside. I'm so excited to be able to make these gluten-free and to be able to offer alternatives to you guys because they're just so delicious and they just remind me of my childhood. So I was super excited when I found this recipe, and let's get into it. Oh my god. This thing weighs like 20 pounds, I swear. It's one of like the very first ones, and I am too lazy to hand mix by myself, so I dug this bad boy out of the cabinet in the basement. Just don't want to clean it now. I'm using this like paddle attachment. I don't know if that's what it's called. I don't know. You like use it to make cookies and stuff. I don't know. I haven't used this in like a really long time, so if I break it, it's not my fault. Maybe. Okay, so my oven is preheated to 350 degrees. It says to line a half sheet pan with parchment paper. I don't really know what a half sheet pan is, so I just took like a cookie tray, I guess. I don't know. I lined it with parchment paper, sprayed a bunch of non-stick spray on here. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna, while the ice cream is thawing, I'm just gonna kind of like just smush down the parchment paper. She'll just chill back there. Okay, so, oh, I was right, paddle attachment. Wow, psychic. Okay, first thing we're gonna do is beat together 6 tablespoons of softened butter. This has been sitting out for a while, so she's a little squishy. The butter, let's see, half a cup of granulated sugar and half a cup of brown sugar. She's a bit annoying. Okay, I was wrong. Please do not put half a cup of brown sugar in there. I was wrong. It's a 1/4 of a cup. I had to scoop some out. That would have been, she would have been sugary, a little gritty. You know, still delicious. But I'm putting in the 6 tablespoons of softened butter in there now. I'm using unsalted. I don't think it really specified. I mean, it's having me add salt. So I'm sure if you used salted butter, you would just omit the salt. I mean, I think that would work. I don't really know the chemistry behind cooking. I feel like that's not very smart of me, but I just kind of do what it tells me and pray. Oh my god, she's so heavy. Okay. Oh. Oh, that is slightly embarrassing. Okay, so I have been, well, not me, this beautiful, wonderful KitchenAid standing mixer has beaten the sugars and the softened butter together for a couple of minutes now. It's supposed to be light and fluffy. I mean, I think it's light and fluffy. Okay, now I am adding, wow, okay, she really doesn't want me to add vanilla apparently. I'm using Mexican vanilla. My grandma brought this back from Mexico. Shout out grandma. I'm adding 1 teaspoon into the butter and sugar mixture. I keep wanting to say eggs, like cream together the eggs, but no eggs. Okay, it says, I really don't know what I'm doing, to be honest. Half a teaspoon of salt. This feels like a lot of salt. Ooh. It's fine, it's fine. Okay, next for the liquid, we'll be adding 2/3 cup of milk. I'm using 2%. Again, I don't think it matters. I feel like I don't know the chemistry, so I don't know if I'm like messing this up right now or not, so. Okay, so I'm just gonna beat this on low. It looks really gross. Ew. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, ignore the hissing oven in the background. But, spoiler alert, the milk did not mix with the sugars and the butter. I'm not even gonna show you because it looks absolutely disgusting. So I'm just gonna hope that when I add the dry ingredients, it'll just like all mix in together. So for dry, I'm adding 1 1/4 cup of flour, gluten-free flour. Wow, this whole video is a mess. I honestly don't even know what I'm doing. I've never made this before, so as excited as I am, it's probably gonna be an absolute disaster, and you guys are the witnesses, so. Okay, so now I am adding 1/2 cup of cocoa powder. Let's see. I'm double checking that it's actually 1/2 cup and I don't mess up again. Okay, 1/2 cup. See note. Okay, always read the notes. If they have notes at the end of the recipe, you probably need to read those. Process cocoa powder, or it will affect the leavening. You know what? I mean, it can't be that bad. I mean, how badly will the leavening be affected? I mean, wow. I'm just gonna use it anyways. It's fine. It'll be fine. You know what? Miss Avener, if she's watching this, is like quaking in her boots. She is screaming at me right now. She's really disappointed, but you know what? It's fine. I don't even remember what leavening means or how I would fix that. So it's fine. It's fine. Sorry, Miss Avener and Gordon Ramsay, Robert Irvine, and Ree Drummond, and all the other Food Network stars that I look up to. It's fine. You know what? It's fine. I'm giving a lot of shout outs in this video. You know what? The only people that watch this are like my grandparents and Mr. Brown, so. Oh my god. Okay, so I have my dry ingredients. I added 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, but I didn't film that because it's not very interesting. It's just me pouring in baking soda. So I'm gonna add this to my wet ingredients now. It looks so gross. I'm really hoping that the dry ingredients will just kind of make everything better. Okay, we are finally going in the oven for about 10 minutes. The batter it's pretty thick. Like, I'm hoping that it'll rise a little bit because they seem kind of thin, but I guess we'll find out. In the oven, like I said, for about 10 minutes. See you in a few. Okay, so this is the finished product. I froze the cookie crust after I baked it so it would be nice and cool and thick and it wouldn't like fall apart when I cut it. I cut it in half, so then when I put the ice cream on the bottom crust, I could just flip the other half on top of it. And then I cut it into these cute little rectangles. I used chocolate peanut butter ice cream instead of the traditional vanilla because I was feeling extra. I can't wait to eat them, and I definitely recommend, especially for spring break coming up. You know, it's gonna start getting warmer, summer is coming. This is definitely a recipe you can use in your reservoir. As for alternatives, I made this recipe gluten-free with the gluten-free flour. I don't know if there's like dairy-free ice cream. I don't know if that's like a thing, but I'm definitely sure that there are easy alternatives out there, especially for this recipe. So I'll link the recipe down below and stay sweet.